Bricktopian. Hello, it's Bricktopian here, and today I will be looking at part 4 of my LEGO Matrix MOC. This building is in a modular style, as I have mentioned before, and it does include minifigures as well as references to the Matrix movies. In this particular update, you will see I have finished the entire exterior of the first floor, as well as adding a phone booth and an Agent Smith minifigure, and also other details. The first thing I'd like to mention is I have actually done a phone booth, like I just mentioned, which is on the outside of the back of the building. I've used a single 1x3 green tile, which is a medium green, to reference the sign which is on the phone booth, which in the movie says the word city on, although I've left mine blank because I don't want to really include any stickers and I haven't seen any prints that say the word city on them. I've used trans bricks and I've used grey plate to make the shape, and the size actually is deeper than it looks because it actually goes into the inset and then the black brick carries on along the back, and I've put the bit that the phone part is actually on back as well, so it gives you more room in there to put a minifigure in there. But it also, when you're looking at it from the top, looks like it's only 5 studs deep. This is a good size, I feel, in relation to a minifigure, and it doesn't overwhelm the base plate as well, and it also means you can see part of this back window, which is in the trans screen, because not too much of it is blocked off. I've just added a blue, medium blue, and a medium red plate of 2x3 size ones there, as to represent like a little platform that you stand on when entering or exiting the phone booth, although that may change at a later date. These leaves are slightly been redone, so there's now not as much coming down here because obviously the phone booth is there. As for the door, there's no actual door on the phone booth, but I've just left the space open because the mechanism of creating the door to open and close would be too awkward with the scale. But you can just pretend the door is opened inwards because of the type of door folds in anyway. I think it looks really cool like this, and obviously it still gives you accessibility to this door because it's not too close to the phone booth, which I think works really nicely. The phone booth itself is an alright design. I don't absolutely love it to the point where it's my favourite part of this MOC, but I still really do think it turned out okay with the parts I had and the sort of size I was going for. At the side of it, you can see the coding and the walls of the main building actually merge into this side of the phone booth, just so it looks like the Matrix code is running through everything, and also it gives it a bit more stability and just a bit more of a feeling of completeness when looking at this whole thing. As you can see, I've done the coding now for both walls on both sides of the building, so the entire coding is finished on this floor, which means that you get a nice appearance for obviously the whole of it. And you can see there's one side, and then yes, this is the other side. I've tried to make the coding almost an even amount on both sides, although you may notice one side may have slightly more showing than the other. But yeah, this is the back of the building, and then this is the front of the building. The front of the building is now raised up by an extra brick because I decided that it gives me more clearance for the stairs, and also I just felt like it kind of makes this whole structure stronger, this bit here, because there's less big bricks here, and the way I've designed it with the bit that the rabbit's on and the bits that hold these in place is sort of less secure. So now I made this all a brick higher, I actually can have more stability on that section of the build. And it also just means that you've got a bit more above the rabbit. And also, if you add the second floor on, you're less likely to knock the rabbit off or knock these parts off if you do that. But, yeah, well, this is the front of the building again, as I've shown you before. And like I said, I've added an Agent Smith minifigure, which is actually here. I'm actually really happy with how this figure turned out. I think it looks really, really cool. I've used like a bride and groom style torso, a groom one, as the suit that Agent Smith wears. I've used an older style of headpiece that has sunglasses on for the head, which I think is a good representation of him. It's got like blue lenses in the glasses, not that you can really tell because they look mostly black, but they are actually got a slight tint of blue to them, which is actually appropriate, even though Agent Smith's glasses don't really have blue on in the film. But yeah, and then his hairpiece is just like a nice standard neat cut brown, which is perfect for Hugo Weaving, the actor. His hairstyle, and just really looks good. And I've obviously given him a gun as well, like I did with Neo, which has got the bullet time coming out of it, which is really cool. The legs are just plain black ones. I haven't really added anything else to those. And then he can just sit on the structure like that, no problem at all with the other minifigures. Beyond that, I have worked more on the interior slightly. The only thing I've done on the interior so far is I put some stairs in, and I've also put some tiles that represent just like pictures on the wall inside, and that's all I've done really with the interior so far. Most of the interior I'm going to leave till later on in the MOC when I've done more of the second floor, just because I feel like that the interior detail I don't see that much, and the exterior is far more important to me. So, yes, that's basically, I've done the stairs, as you can see here. Yeah, these are on the inside. It's got like stairs that go up and then they turn and then carry on up because it makes it stronger. And I've actually put a brick inside this wall that sticks out by 1 or 2 studs. So it like sits underneath this part of the stairs, and I've pushed it down on there. And I've used like the single stair piece that you get for this bit, and then this bit's just bricks that are 3 bricks there. Sorry, 4, including that one. And then I've put a big, I think it was 4x6 piece plate across here, which is under there to support. So it goes all the way from here over to this wall, and it gives it more support. And this is like the landing area, and then you've got this bit, which is like the midpoint where you get off at the stairs to turn and carry up. And then, yeah, I've just used some video 2x2 tiles here, which have got nice prints on from the video sets to just add a bit of wall decoration, like when you're walking up the stairs, something to look at. And obviously you can stand minifigures on here. And I've used for the tiles, I've used the rainbow style one, which is another reference to the rainbows that they talk about in the 4th Matrix film, Matrix Resurrections. And also the other one on the right side is a heart, which is a representing of all the stuff that is to do with love and love symbolism in the Matrix movies. This design above here is actually a sticker, and although I said I don't want any stickers in my MOC, that brick already had that sticker on, so it didn't really mean a case of putting a sticker on because it happens to already be on that piece. I don't know really what this actually represents, but I thought it looked really cool and just adds a bit of a unique shape to the pictures that are on the wall, and just looks nice overall. I may have to lower these stairs even further, but looking at it at the moment, you can see here's a comparison with my sig fig. This is the sort of height the stairs come, the top of the landing is, this part is compared to how far the figure comes up. And as you can see, this part of here is still high enough that this figure wouldn't hit its head. I know I'm trying to be too perfect with this. It doesn't need to be 100% perfect for just a MOC, but I was still trying to get it to look nice and have good proportions and not have too much get knocked off or anything. But obviously, the further you go up the stairs along here, the more you would hit your head on here. But, you know, that's just the way it is. You can't always get exactly perfect without necessarily building the walls up to the point where they would be too tall. I feel like that's what would happen. If I was to build them up too perfect, yeah, the walls would end up being too tall to really be suitable for the sort of look I'm going for. As I don't really want to make the walls any taller than they currently are, because I already think they're pretty tall as it is. But yeah, I've just added those stairs in there. They're quite stable now. At first it was really hard to get them stable, but after a lot of trial and error, they're quite strong now. And that just gives me an idea of where the gap needs to be for the second floor, because obviously I need to allow a hole in the second floor's flooring so that you can access the second floor from the first floor. So that's quite a while I worked on the stairs at this point, even though I haven't done any other interior detail yet. Because the next video I'll be working on the second floor in terms of the front of the second floor and just like the overall style I'm going for. as opposed to the interior details on any of the 2 floors. But yeah, there's not a lot else I really need to say on what I've done so far at this point, but this is, like I say, part 4 of this MOC, which is crazy to think how much I've done already. But I think it looks really good, and I love the coding in particular on the side. And yeah, the minifigures just look amazing with all the ones I've got. I don't think I'm going to be doing any other minifigures now. I've got the Agent Smith one, which is really nice, like I said. And then I've got Trinity's one, which I also like. And then you've got Morpheus's one. And then you've got Neo's one as well. I think Neo's is still my favourite, but I think all 4 figures look really, really cool in my opinion. And I'm just happy with how they've turned out, so yeah. I think it looks good. I'm really satisfied with it so far. But yeah. Anyway, in part 5 of this MOC, I will hopefully, like I say, be doing some of the 2nd floor. And yeah, we'll just see what happens going forward. But I feel really, pleased with how the progress is so far with this MOC. There's not a lot else I need to say. I haven't really added anything else since the last video. I would have liked to have done more at this point, but I felt like just building up these walls with the extra coding took a lot of time to get it in a way that I wanted, that it wouldn't be too much or too little. It needs to be just the right amount. And then getting the phone booth the right size took a bit of practice to get it in a way that wouldn't look too big, but also wouldn't be too cramped for if I did fit a figure in there. So yeah, I just think it looks really, really cool either way. You can see the phone in there, yeah, just like I said. But yeah, anyway, let's just see what happens in the next video. And yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this quick video. Oh, and wait, last thing, I forgot to mention, there's a video tile in there which has the cinema like detailing on there, like a cinema reel, and I've used that just because obviously the Matrix is a movie that sort of goes well. But yeah, anyway, they're just my thoughts on this update of this MOC. I hope you've enjoyed this quick video and this look at this update. Feel free to like, share and subscribe for more videos, and stay tuned for the next part. See you again soon. Goodbye.